Did you? Who booped? Welcome to the I Hate Social Media podcast, the podcast where we dive deep into the chaotic world of social media marketing with a twist of irony and a dash of humor. So whether you love or hate social media, join us on this journey as we uncover the secrets to making it work for you. Hey, welcome to the podcast. Micah Derling, your host, and I'm here with my friend Cisco, who actually is Zach's barber. It's barber, right? Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure I'm saying the right lingo. Anyway, I'm super excited to have you on, partly because, well, let me do this, okay? So tell us who you are. Tell us about your business, where people can find you, which we normally do at the end. So I felt we've kind of been trying to figure out the right formula for this beginning, and let's do the beginning.
All right. So my name is Cisco Collazo. Actually, my real name is Francisco. I don't know if you know that.
That's a handsome name. Yeah, it is legitimately.
It's okay. That sounds like a pirate or something from the 1600s. But anyway,
I wouldn't have called that. But okay,
very lordish, I guess.
Lordish, yeah, I like that.
But yeah. So I'm a barber. I cut hair. I've been cutting hair for about maybe 8 years now.
Okay,
something like that. I work at Studio West on West Reading.
Okay,
I've been there a year now. So yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. Now, you guys offer all the services there, right? Mm-hmm. As far as do you do the shaving? Mm-hmm. That's where it's at, man. Not just the haircut, everything.
Yeah.
Oh, love that. That's cool. Okay. So one of the reasons I'm excited to have you on is actually just to ask you this question. What are your thoughts on social media?
I hate it.
This is so good.
I hate social media.
So this is exactly what I was just excited to have somebody on who kind of felt some of the same about some of the challenges and some of the difficulties and how you approach that, right? Are you on social media? Do you post?
Yeah. Well, I guess I should start from the beginning. I didn't do social media in the beginning when I started doing hair. Mm-hmm. So when I was a kid, I would go to barbershops in the corner or whatever, mm-hmm. and that did not exist. It was just you go to the corner, dude cuts your hair, whatever. And I liked that, it looked cool, so I wanted to do it, when I got older. And then when I got in the game, that was my plan, just be the local barber. And then when I started, let me backtrack.
That's right.
I think when I got into the game too, I would say in 2015 to 2018 there was a weird barber boom.
Yes.
On social media.
Yep.
Before that it wasn't really a thing, but what happened was with social media it kind of became like a status thing. It's I have a barber, my barber,
Yep.
It's cool or whatever. And I got into it in the right time. So when I started working in this specific shop, everyone kind of told me hey, you need to get on social media, and I was like, why? I don't get it.
Yeah,
I want to do it old school. So there were a few people who were doing it really hardcore, and I was seeing that it was actually benefiting them. Mm-hmm. And but at that time I was new, so I didn't feel my work didn't warrant to being on social media. So I was I'm not. So I waited I think 2 years so I got better.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I did that, and then I kind of quickly learned the hashtag stuff and just posting. Yeah, I was taught to post once a week and stuff like that. I still don't do that. I'm kind of guilty of that, but.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I get it. So when you were, would you have gone back? Would you think that was the right decision? Because it probably was. But do you feel like it was the right decision, or do you think I probably should have just jumped on social media and done it anyway, even though maybe didn't think I was ready? I probably would have been okay. Or are you glad you waited?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because there were people who were my contemporaries. Some were posting stuff, and I was just I wouldn't post that,
Right.
But I wasn't saying they sucked. This is we were on the same level, and I'm I just waited.
Yeah, you're looking at it going, it's good. It's not great. You're not posting something.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, well, what happened was too is there were people who were cutting for a long time before social media, and then they got on social media and they were already masters.
Yeah.
So they were well, this is what I'm doing, and I'm I can't compete with that.
Right.
So
yes. Yeah, okay. All right. So how frequently would you say you post now?
Good question. Maybe once a month.
Okay.
And that's not good, but yeah.
Do you feel like do you have a pretty but it's consistent, right? Once twice a month, something like that. See, that's the thing. I don't think it's got to be constant. In fact, I think if it's in your face all the time, it just annoys people.
Yeah, I would say the sweet spot probably is like biweekly.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. There is no like one size fits all anything for social media. There are probably certain businesses and companies that need to do it not just weekly, but like multiple times a week. I hope that's not us. I hope we're not like, but we'll find out. I'll let you know. But there are other companies, like people just need to be able to get on, see something from you that's reasonably fresh. I think in the last week or two, that's fresh. That is, you're still around, you're still in business, you're still doing good work. I think that's more than sufficient. And they can see what you've done. So they can be like, oh, I saw this picture. Can you do that for me? Like whatever, that kind of stuff. I would think that that's true for if you're like a photographer for weddings or whatever. She probably posts more than that, and that's okay. But like how often you're actually doing the posting, it just doesn't have to be every day.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like people are getting bombarded with just ads in general every day with stuff, and like the last thing they want to see is just like more stuff from you. They're like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Well, and then it just sucks your life. Like then you feel like you have two jobs.
Yeah.
And that's what I think people have to avoid is having two jobs. One is what you actually do, and then there's social media, which maybe it helps you generate income, and maybe it doesn't. So yeah, no, I think that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right. When you look at managing your social media account and all of that stuff, how are you deciding what to post?
So for me, like my Instagram is my portfolio.
Very good.
So like it's rare that I post stuff like about myself. I just did maybe like a month ago or so. Like it's rare, but I'm kind of getting like out of that. Like this is my work thing. I'm kind of like just living now. But for the most part, I use it as a portfolio. So when I'm like in different groups of whatever, like some after work, like say I'm at a bar or some social event, whatever, and people find out what I do, they go, "Oh, I hear you're a barber," and it's always kind of like, "Are you good?" Like kind of. I'm like, I'm. So what I do, I just post it. I'm like, you tell me, I don't know, and then they go, "Oh, you're legit," because like, well, like,
did you have an Instagram?
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, when you post things at your work and things look like real legit, and then you show them, they go, "Oh, you're really doing this," so like they go, "All right, I will give it a shot."
That is okay. So this is why this is interesting. So just our last episode, Zach and Amanda, it was like Zach interviewed Amanda, which is really cool. And one of the things she said was she has a friend who was like interested in this guy, and Amanda and another friend were like, "Well, does he have an Insta?" And she's like, "No," and they're like, "Whoa, red flag." He doesn't have an Instagram account, like because the question is, what's he hiding? Like why?
Well, I would argue that people are hiding in plain sight when they have like a great social media. We all know that one girl who's always on the beach,
right?
But you never see her day-to-day life.
Her real life.
Like she works at Walmart or whatever, but she's always at the beach. So
well, that's one. If we can dive deep into that, it's one of the reasons that's one of the biggest problems with social media is that and we talk about authenticity all the time, right? Like. Hey, we actually like reveal some of our dirt sometimes, like some of the stuff that's not going so well. Why business is feeling a little sucky right now. Sorry, Rebecca. She hates when I use that word. It's family friendly. But sometimes it is, and it's hard. I feel like we talked about it today. Social media right now life is performance.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion. It's not real. Everybody's got stuff they deal with and difficulties and challenges, but nobody's putting that stuff out there. It's always the good stuff, like you said, the beach photos. You see the knees,
right?
Yeah,
like in the palm tree in the background.
Yep. What is it? My kids and I, we have a joke like manifesting abundance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, come on, bro. That's not real life at all. I'm glad you're at the beach, but like, that's not your real life. You know what I mean? So I think that is hard. I think it is one of the biggest downsides to social media. And it's one of the things we want to avoid is coming across like, yeah, we're a business and we've got it all together. Come do work with us because we have it all figured out. We do not. Yeah. So I appreciate that about you too. Like, just knowing what it is. So that's good.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. I got questions. Some of them just do not apply. Thanks, ChatGPT, for nothing. Do you just post right from your phone?
Sometimes I have what the hell was it? It's like no, it was a Canon T2 whatever. But my iPhone 14 looks better, so I just stopped using it.
Okay, so you have like a T3i or something like that.
So something like that. I can't remember that actually. Yeah.
All right, so you shot some video on that. Honestly, you're probably right. It's probably easier to shoot and edit on a phone, especially for whether it's Instagram. You probably focus more on Instagram than like Facebook.
I use them kind of
same
cross
post. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you kind of do some of these things, do you feel like it is getting business for you, or what keeps you doing it? I guess is it well. Yeah. Let me ask that question. What keeps you doing it?
Well, let me just say, I've found more business in just meeting people, just building relationships, or just like or just people just telling people that I'm awesome or whatever.
Right.
So the illusion helps me actually kind of rein them in.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, he's a barber, whatever, and then here's his social media, and then they go, okay, well, all the information's there, I'll go. But like a lot of it is like either word of mouth or just meeting people in certain groups, whatever, like that. Like,
yep.
I found being in different groups, different environments, like that's like almost old school. It like works better.
Yeah.
But the illusion helps like legitimize yourself in a way, because you're like, well, I'm doing things,
that's right. I think so. Okay. I think you just said it really, really well. It legitimizes things. Mm-hmm. So like, I think it's maybe not either or, but it's a little bit of both. And like, you probably get most of your actual business from word of mouth. You like somebody who says, this is, I went to Cisco. He's great. Really, really does a good job and super likable guy. Anyway, so people come in and see you, but probably not before they check out your Instagram account. Mm-hmm. So it's like an authenticating thing, like, I think he's probably cool. My friend says he is. Right, so they check you out and they're like, all right, I'm going to go check Cisco out and, go get a haircut. Mm-hmm. So it's probably both. And I don't know if, like, let's say it's me and Zach. Zach comes and says, oh man, I go to Cisco. He's great. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, if you didn't have an Instagram account, I don't know if that's enough to not go, but it could be.
Right.
It just feels good to like take a look and go, okay, yeah, right. He's gonna do what I need him to do for sure,
right?
And also, I need a serious trim up. So,
well, on the counterpoint to that, it's like, so he told me about this podcast, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, I guess, maybe. And then,
you did, so we're glad.
So what like really drew me in was he's like, here's our videos and stuff. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you did videos. And I look at it, I see this, I'm like, oh, that's a cool studio. I'll do it. So
that's right.
So,
yeah.
So the illusion got me in here.
That's cool.
So that's kind of like what I'm trying to say is like it does work.
It does work.
So like the word of mouth and the illusion kind of go hand in hand as well.
See, I think that's a good way to put it. I like that. Yeah. They're kind of hand in hand. They both work together. It's not one or, but it's both kind of making a business. Yeah,
sandwich. They're both what's the word? Intrinsic, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's good. That is the right word. So one of the things that I think is intrinsic, to use that word again, to being a barber is repeat clients, the folks the guys and that follow you for years. Have you had those? Like, are there people that you have been cutting their hair since barber school? Talk to us about that a little bit, and how important is that to your business? Yeah,
I mean, like different barbers have different like followings, so it depends on like levels and how long you've been doing it, and just the type of person you are. So like there's the cool barber, there's the wacky barber, there's the crazy barber, there's the celebrity barber,
right?
And me, I was never like, I was very low key. Like I said before, I didn't want social media. And I kind of fell into this thing where it's like I just got more comfortable being myself after a while, and then people respond to that. And I kind of feel like I have like a cult following in a way. So I would like, I'm more like the Donnie Darko of barbers than like, you know.
Such a crazy movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But like, it's not mainstream. But like, if you people love it. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
So like, I would, you know, like I'm like that, I guess, compared to like, there's other people who are on different levels who like their following is like people go to them as a status thing, which is okay. It's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Or people just go because like they're friends or they're like a crazy character or whatever. Like there's just different personalities. So yeah, for me, I'm like, especially in the last year, I've just been more honest about my life and stuff with my clients, and I'm very open. I tell them everything that's going on. So like, and
that's great.
And then they open up to me too, and then it's kind of like a real, like they're actually real relationships, and I've you know became friends with clients. I'm going to one of my friends / clients' wedding in December, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, for sure.
See, I think everything comes down to that. I think it all, like, no matter how you get there, and I think social media should be a tool for that level of authenticity. I think once you start getting clients, the whole point is for them to see you. And I love the fact that like what it all boiled down to for you was just being you. Man, and just embracing it for what it is. So people aren't getting, I mean, yeah, is your Instagram account a little bit of illusion? Maybe, because it's not like you're putting your problems out there. I'm not saying that. But like once people see it and they confirm that you're a real thing, then they see you, then they get to know you. And so that's, I think the power is that they get to meet a real person. And that's what keeps them coming back.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the thing, right? So you're just using social media as kind of a wider net to say, hey, you know,
right?
You want to come see what I can do? Maybe we can, you know, you can become one of my clients or whatever. Then they stay for you. I think that's what social media should be.
So it should be, and it's like when you're not, and then people meet you in person, like it's like you know you're kind of a liar, you know. You're like, oh, you suck.
Yes.
like either skill wise or as a person. So it's like, you know, I don't try to pretend like I'm like a cool guy or whatever. I'm just like my thing is like I'm there on time. I will cut your hair in time. I will try my best to give you what you want, and I think I succeed pretty well on that front. And I try to make you guys feel as comfortable as possible, and give you like a good conversation. That's my thing. Like we're here to either talk about you. If you don't want to talk about you talk about me. That's fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. And you must be, because I mean, people are coming back. So
yeah.
How many do you know, how many different places have you been so far?
Like studios and stuff?
Yes. 4. Okay. Is that seems like few. That sounds like few to me anyway.
It is. I mean, like there are people who jump around more, especially in the beginning. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very important to stay in one place. Especially when you're starting out. When you're starting out, you're actually building your base.
Yes.
So if you keep moving, like people will just they won't follow you because like they're not really attached to you.
Yeah.
And you're not good as well. So it's like, well, I can just go this guy, you know, to the left of him or whatever. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Do you feel like as you've moved, more people have followed you each time?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that to me says a number of things. One is you're just getting better at your craft.
Yeah, for sure.
But 2, that people like you, not just what you do.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like you said, at the end of the day, like if it's just about a basic haircut, like he could just like, I love how you said it. The guy to the left, he could literally just, you know, take the next guy. But like people follow you because they like what you do and they like you. Yeah.
Well, I will say this, a haircut is like for someone to like stay with you, it's 70% like environment and 30% the haircut. That's right. So if they're comfortable and even if it's okay, like they will keep coming back to it. But the thing is, like, you know, like there's turn-offs if like, you know, music's too loud or it's too inappropriate for your kids or people are too wild or whatever. And yeah, so like my thing is like you'll be very comfortable and then we're just gonna have a great conversation. Yeah.
Is there anyone who you've been cutting their hair for years and they've never tipped you?
No.
That's good. You're supposed to tip. I just want to be clear on that. Yeah. That's good. But has that ever been a thing? Like somebody walks out, no tip, and you're like, do they come back? Like they don't know? Have there been people that didn't know?
Maybe in the beginning.
Okay.
But maybe it's like, maybe my skill didn't warrant a tip. I don't know.
Could be.
But no, over time, like, yeah, like people appreciate you. Like it's more like a thank you almost. But and I don't know, like tipping is like a very American thing. Like I don't think they do it in Europe, whatever.
They don't, but then in Europe they get paid more. So
that is true.
That's the trade-off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. For me, it's like if you tip me, that's awesome. If you don't, I get it. Like people are hurting. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's generally a good thing to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially like in a service business like that. I know, like for instance, serving in Japan, you don't tip your server in Japan, but they get paid a much higher hourly rate than we do here, which is like nothing. Mm-hmm. So that is good, man. Cisco, it has been so good to have you on. I think that we're gonna have to have you back on, and well, like just to ground ourselves every once in a while.
You don't want me here.
He'll have more to say about hating social media. It'll be our refresher on why we hate social media.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
We're told now that you have a wall of wisdom. Is it called the wall of wisdom?
It was. I don't have it anymore.
Okay. Yeah. So there was a wall of wisdom, and that you gathered, had these things, and so you could walk in and see a wall of wisdom. And there's a PG one that you have for us. And what is that?
It's good to be good. That's it.
It's good to be good.
It's good to be good.
Go out, be good.